At first, I couldn't pick up a pencil. I didn't want to make a mark. I liked the whiteness of the paper. It was empty and quiet. My teacher said, you have a right to draw what you see, to express yourself with color, shape. But I didn't believe there was a me to express. We were a poor family. My father sold me to a criminal gang when I was 14 to pay his debts. I was put to work in a brothel. After 2 years, I stopped eating because I didn't want to leave. They told me, okay, you can go to the UK to be a housekeeper. It is a good job. You know people there. I was brought hidden in a truck to Europe. When we arrived in the UK, they gave me new clothes. I had my nails done. Then I knew I wouldn't be a housekeeper. It was a lie. I was being sent to work in another brothel. They told me I was illegal, so I mustn't try to escape. One day, as I was being moved to a new location, they made me wait in a nail bar. Some people came in and they looked like police, but I picked out and I saw them and they saw me. They understood that something was wrong, took me to a police station. And I started my life again in a safe place and began to learn English. My caseworker encouraged me to sign up for art class. I wasn't sure at first, but after some weeks, I picked up the pencil and began to draw. At first, very tiny, in a corner, so faint that you could almost believe it wasn't there. But my teacher encouraged me, make a definite line, pick some colors. Now I draw what I see, or I draw memories. I found I have a voice. I found myself.
The process of recovering from an experience of modern slavery or exploitation is long and requires, I would say, specialist assistance. But I think there are things that we as communities can do to help that process of recovery along the way.
So one of the reasons why it's difficult for people to come forward is that in the process of modern slavery, if you like, their spirit is crushed, their confidence is lost, they've been dehumanized. So to find the confidence to come forward is huge. Then as a community and as agencies, we have to create them a safe space.
One very interesting project that we've been involved in has been using art, and watching people in that process was a real privilege. People who perhaps hadn't held a pen or a pencil or a paintbrush in their lives or for a long time, suddenly being afforded the opportunity and the time simply to play. And that then enabled people to start to be free to express themselves, not simply to express themselves in a random fashion, but perhaps in a more focused fashion as well.
For a survivor of modern slavery, they have to start with the basics. You have to go back to the beginning and slowly build up the confidence and ability to interact with the world around them in a positive way.
I think it is a process that requires specialist help, and we have to be very careful when we're attempting to assist people who've been through such a traumatic process. We don't have all the answers, and nor should we imagine that we do. It's a very precious thing when someone shares something of a terrible experience, and we need to be clear that we're properly equipped to receive that and to help them to process it.